all, my name is Krista Hahn, and today we're going to be going over some basic quilled coils. So the first thing you'll need is a slotted tool, and this is a tool that just has a little slit in the end. You can kind of see it there. And this will be used to help roll our paper. The next thing you'll need is some glue. Any Elmer's school glue will work out just fine. I like to use mine in a fine tip applicator bottle because it limits the amount of glue that I can spread onto the paper. Okay, the next thing you'll need is paper. And that's really about it, except for something to glue your paper on. You can use anything from like cardstock to canvas to even regular paper, but I wouldn't recommend regular paper because it does warp a little bit. Okay, so let's get going on our coils. So the first thing we're going to do is pick up our slotted tool, and we're going to slide the end of our paper into the slit. And then we're going to start rolling. And we're going to roll this like we're rolling up toilet paper. So we want it to be nice and straight. And I'm right-handed, so I'm rolling with my right hand and kind of just providing a little bit of tension with my left hand. I'm going to roll that all the way up, and if it gets off track, you just kind of loosen the tension a little bit and then take your fingers and line it back up again. So if we were to glue this end, this is our loose end right here, if we were to glue this end right now, we would have something called a tight coil. And this is great for the middle of flowers. It's also called like a bullet or a plug. So for the sake of this video, we're going to actually release this. Just going to let go of our coil and go ahead and drop it on the table. Now this is actually called an open coil. So you can see because we still have this little open tab right here. So this is an open coil. What I'm going to do is make this into a closed coil by dropping just a little bit of glue right on that end right there, and then sealing it. Okay, so I'm just going to provide a little bit of tension, just enough to hold that paper in place, but not enough to warp the paper. So basic quilling shapes are anything that you can basically take this closed coil and pinch. We're just going to pinch it into various shapes. So the first one is we're just going to grab it and we're just going to pinch one side. Just like that. Okay, and now you have yourselves a petal. Now if we were to grab it and we were to go ahead and pinch the other side, this one has a variety of names, but I usually refer to it as the eye shape. So this is just a basic eye shape. The next thing you can do is pinch both ends and just push down, and now you have a marquee shape. Alright, so most shapes are based on closed coils, so I went ahead and just made some more. So let's examine some other shapes we can make. The next one you can make is a triangle. So we're going to go ahead and pinch it just like we did for the petal, but I'm going to take my thumb and I'm also going to squeeze it this way as hard as I can, and these will leave some nice creases, and there you go, you have a quilled triangle. Okay, so the next one, put these two back in view here. The next one would be to be a square. So what we're going to do first is we're going to pinch an eye shape. Okay, so I'm just pinching an eye shape. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to pinch it the other way into another eye shape, but in the opposite direction this time. Then I'm going to go back, turn it again, and I'm just going to pinch it back the way it came and kind of straighten out those corners a little bit. And there you go. You have yourselves a square. You can also make semicircles. I'm just going to take my coil and I'm just going to actually just pinch two ends, just like that. And there you go. You have a semicircle. So as you can see, this is pretty easy to pick up on. Any shape you look at online or something, you should be able to say, hey, I can just pinch this many sides and we'll go from there, right? So this is, so let's make a crescent. I take it, I'm kind of going to do the eye shape, but as I'm doing that, I'm just going to bend it, maybe even just bend it around my finger a little bit. And there you go. You have a crescent shape. Now mine has a little bit of a kink in it. You can actually even take your tool, your slotted tool, and kind of wrap it around that if you'd like. And that might help you achieve more of a crescent shape. The next one I'm going to talk about is called an eccentric circle, and all that means is that the center is off-center. So it's basically going to look like this. Now how would I make that stay? Because when I let go of it, it just pops right back into place. And the way I do that is I grab a pin and some foam and a second pin. I'm going to set my coil down, stick a pin in one side. Let's see if I can get that closer. And then I'm going to grab the middle with another pin and push it all the way to that first pin, leaving an eccentric shape. Then to get it to stay in place, I'm going to take my glue bottle and I'm going to just add just a little dab of glue right there, right in between those two pins, if you can kind of see that. There we go. Now if you want to, you can take tweezers or another pin or something, you can kind of just smooth that glue down. Now I have one that's finished over here because this one's completely dry. So I'm going to take the pins out so you can see it holds its shape. And this one can be pinched just like the other shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe pinch this into a petal. And there you go. Alright, so those are some basic quilled shapes. Join me next time. We're going to be talking about scrolls, and we'll be studying vortex coils and gluing methods and all sorts of fun stuff coming up. So if you'd like to, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep you guys informed on some quilling techniques. Thank you for watching.